Hello, it's Robert here from the Academy of Inner Resonance, and I would like to talk to you today about what are crystals. Now, crystals are minerals which are distinguished from the rest of nature by their incredible regular inner geometric structure. And when this structure is able to express itself on the outside, you get these beautiful geometric shapes, these regular geometric shapes, and these technically are actually what you call the crystals. So these are crystals. So this is another example of a crystal. This is amethyst, and if you look here, externally it would look just like a rock, and this is part of what we call a geode, but inside it has been able to form, it's had the space to form these beautiful little amethyst crystals. So here we have another example, and these are actually garnets, which are part of a rock here. They're growing on the rock. You can just see them here, these little bits. These are garnets, and this makes it a bit more clearer here. This is the same thing here, and this shows you their inner geometry. Can you see that? Which is being expressed by these shapes, these beautiful shapes. Here's another example. This obviously looks rougher, but you can see that nobody's cut this. This is actually the natural crystal shape. And then you've got these polished ones. And again, that is just the inner geometry expressing itself in the form of the crystal. That's natural. This is iron pyrite, also a crystal, and iron pyrite internally is cubic in structure, and externally it actually forms cubic crystals. So these are natural crystals that it's forming. Here you've got the crystals that we use, and nobody's cut these or shaped these. That's actually just nature expressing herself beautifully in the shape of these cubic crystals. And here we got another example. And you can see here, again, these crystals are all growing together, and there's the little iron pyrite cubes that are growing within it. Now, for the purposes of healing, we use many things that we call crystals. Technically, are actually the term for them is actually crystalline or massive. Now that's when you have what could be looks like a rock, something like this. This is tiger's eye. This is rough tiger's eye. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now tiger's eye does not naturally form crystals. It can only be found in this form, which is called massive or crystalline. And so to get what we call the crystals, which are actually the tumbles of tiger's eye, which are here, it has to go through a process, be put into a machine where it's tumbled many times with bits of grit and a bit of water, and they take off the rough edges and then they get polished, and you end up with something like this. So these are the tumbles. Just to show you, these are all about halfway through, a bit more, the tumbling process, so they're not as completely smooth as the crystals that you normally get, or that you call crystals, but so they still have some rough edges. So they're actually midway through a tumbling process. And then when they're fully tumbled, you get these. So they aren't natural, they wouldn't naturally form like that. This is the natural form of tiger's eye. And this is fluorite. This is in its natural state, one of its natural states. This is, as I said, this is technically called massive or crystalline. And from this you get the tumbles, which are like that, after they've been through a process, being tumbled in grit. But fluorite also does form crystals, proper crystals. So and these are cubic inside, again, and they're expressing this inner geometry on the outside. And the inner geometry of crystals is important for healing. And if you do a professional healing course with crystals, then you will learn about this. And if a crystal is cubic, That means on some level, because if you think about the cube, it's a very solid structure. On some level it will help to ground, whether it's physically grounding or from a more mental level or spiritual level, in terms of feeling inspired or remembering your dreams or your meditations, or higher, kind of a higher awareness, but being able to ground it in this reality and remember it. That's one of the properties of fluorite. So I just wanted to show you how you can often not see crystals around us or miss them in nature. Now this is amethyst, as I said. This is with the crystal forms of amethyst, but it does also form in massive, which is crystalline, where it's more like a rock, which then gets broken down or put in a tumble to create these tumbles. So these here I found in a riverbed which runs near where they have done some mining, and crystals are often a byproduct of mining, and you could probably walk past these. So this, you can probably see actually that it is amethyst. You can see the purple, but if you put it in water, there's some water here, it should be clearer. You should see more of that purple coming out. So you can probably see there more clearly the amethyst coming through. And if you wish to polish this up, you probably see more of the colour. But it's also very beautiful in its natural form. So thank you for watching, and if you're interested in crystals or crystal healing, please do check back for more videos. Also take a look at the school website, Academy of Inner Resonance, and there should be a link below. And on there you'll find details of upcoming courses and workshops, training, and there's also a blog and there's articles online. So thank you.